So, hey, good evening, everyone, and welcome to our Mission Possible team call. I'm Sharon Rankin, and I'm zooming in from Nashville. And we just thank you, everyone, for being here. What a great place to be on a Monday night. Each week when we come together as a team and guests, we may have some of those of you, someone joining us for the first time. Our purpose is to really keep us focused on the life-changing mission of Juice Plus. Well, let me try this again. To keep us focused on the life-changing mission of our Juice Plus. And what we're going to do tonight, and it's inspiring healthy living around the world, and that's what we're doing on all levels, whether it's children or adults or senior adults, it doesn't matter, youth, we are inspiring healthy living on every level. And our mission as a team is to really be inspired agents for change as we make a touch in every generation. Tonight, we're excited to focus on tips and tricks for children and young people in school. So we have several people who are going to share, and I believe I'm turning this over to Bonnie Strong, sales coordinator out of Colorado. So welcome, Bonnie. Come in and share with us.
Yes, thank you so much. And as Sharon said, we're sharing healthy tips for lunches, but I don't consider it just for little kids. I mean, all of us hopefully eat lunch. That's a separate class if you need to talk about why you should have lunch. But everyone should be having lunch, and whether we're making it for our little kids or our medium kids or our college kids or ourselves, we kind of get bored of the same old stuff. So this is healthy tips for getting not just chips and cheeseburgers. So I'm going to share my screen, and we have some other wonderful friends, Janae Bartz and Jessica Isom, who will cut in to share some tips as well. So. Can everybody see that?
Not yet. It hasn't shown up yet.
Okay. Click. How's that?
There you go.
Okay. So this does welcome back to school. So even if you're not going to school yourself or have school-age children, you are at the back to school time when other people go back to school. So we're going to try and share some fun ideas, easy, helpful tips, because obviously we're all busy and don't want to spend 6 hours preparing lunch. Why does it matter? Well, because what we eat matters a lot. The food you eat can either be the safest, most powerful form of medicine or the slowest form of poison, as Ann Wigmore said here. And we know from lots of our very fun distributors, prospects, doctors that we meet, that it's very important. What you put in helps you get out. And Dr. Katz, several of us have been very blessed to hear him speak. And he's got many famous quotes about this generation of children. But this may be the first generation of children whose life expectancy is shorter than their parents. He's also said that what a child eats has more effect on their body than tobacco, drugs, and alcohol combined, which gives me goosebumps. That's kind of a scary thought. By age 12, many of our children have already developed the beginning stages of hardening of arteries. 1 in 3 are obese. 1 in 3 children have developed diabetes already. More than 25% of our children already take prescription drugs on a regular basis. The American Academy of Pediatrics recommends that children as young as 8 can be treated with cholesterol-lowering statin drugs. They actually make chewable cholesterol-lowering drugs. I think that's atrocious that we need that, especially since we can actually do something about it. Just having 3 burgers a week ups your kids' chances of asthma risk, just 3 a week. And several of these kids have them daily, which again is something that we can do something about. Here's an example of one of the lunches that frequently, I don't know if Jessica, some of the schools, the parent teacher eats with the kids in some of those lunches. These are gummies, which are not like our beautiful gummies like our gummies here. They're 100% sugar. I don't know if anybody saw the study that just came out that they were saying that the gummy vitamins are actually causing cavities. I have a kid who had 11 cavities filled and 1 tooth pulled just 2 weeks ago from chewing on those gummy vitamins. And those are just fruit snacks. And then of course there's yummy ding dong something or others, and looks like a ham sandwich. Here's another example. This is actually because some of the kids just, they like to dictate what they eat, and they get to dictate. Parents let them. So this is butter and sprinkles on a sandwich. Now, luckily it's brown bread. I doubt it's whole wheat, but it could be, right? But either way, not healthy. And we wonder why the kids bounce off the walls and can't remember what the teacher said and can't focus, right? Here's another beautiful example. We have a Lunchable nachos, not real cheese. You could leave that in your car for years and it will still look like cheese. And some not real tomato sauce, a little fruit roll up, some chocolate chip deluxe cookies, and a Hawaiian punch. They're exciting. So here's an example, and a Slim Jim. Slim Jims are cheese and sausage that, again, could last in your car for years. So here's 5 grams of fat just in our Rainbow Deluxe chips. Lots, 8 grams of sugar. Here's 21 grams of fat, sodium, 3 grams of sugar. Here's 10 grams of fat and 480 milligrams of sodium. Here's in our fruit roll-up, 7 grams of sugar. Here's 150 milligrams of sodium and 28 grams of sugar. So that's no wonder the kids can't focus and can't grow healthy cells and focus and eat and learn, grow good bones, good muscles, right? So, but we don't want to lose hope. There's something we can do. It turns out that Grandma was right. We need to eat our fruits and vegetables, right? And Jessica has some wonderful lunch ideas that she's going to share with us. I'll stop sharing so we can see beautiful Jessica.
Thanks, Bonnie. And yes, as an educator, I see those lunch boxes every day. And it's a fact of life for our children growing up these days, because let's face it, parents want simple. They want something that's convenient and that's easy. So going to the grocery store, picking up the Lunchables, that's easy for them to do. And my child, he will beg me for them, when we're at the grocery, and I'm like, no, we try to find something that's better, but that's a fact of life. So we all know that meal times, especially school lunches, can be challenging for parents and for kids, and sometimes it can cause a little friction between the parents and the kiddos. So hopefully some of these tips I'm going to share that I've discovered can also help you. It's really important that we care about nourishing our kids, because if we can just instill a love of whole foods early on, they're going to be able to develop that habit and carry that into their adult lives. So having these conversations early on, it's going to establish a healthier food culture for them as they mature and develop and grow up. So lunch boxes, yes, if you aren't sure where to start, I know I did not, and that's okay. This topic is very common. Moms out there are searching for something that's simple, easy, and convenient. And so once you learn some simple tips, it just becomes a habit. So some things I've learned is color. Colors can be very challenging, but using like a rainbow chart, it's a fun way to include different colors in your lunch boxes. So you can have your child grocery shop with you, or if you don't like to take them with you to the grocery store, I completely understand. Have them pick it out at home with you and make the grocery list, and that way you can shop for it and add that to their lunch boxes. Get creative with their food. Have them in the kitchen the night before. Have them help prepare their lunch boxes. When they're hands-on, they're going to be more apt to eat it. Choose your battles wisely. I know I have to do this, focus on the good. If the majority of their lunchbox is whole foods and you need to throw in a cookie or a treat, do it. Don't fight that battle. Just choose your battles wisely. And I was going to share the kind of lunchbox that we like to use. So we like to use a lunchbox that has compartments, so we have portion control. So unfortunately, my preschooler left his lunchbox at school that I was going to share with you today. So we're going to just, Yes, so it's kind of like that. So I had this one. I use this for my lunches, so it has just compartments. His has smaller compartments. If I can share my screen, I will show it. I got it off Amazon. There are so many options out there for you guys. But I will share the one that we discovered, and it's worked really well for my 5-year-old. So I will share that so you guys can kind of see what it looks like. Can you guys see that one?
Yes.
So this is what we got Luke, and it's very, he picks what he wants in there. We do it usually at nighttime because it's so much less stressful on parents if you do it at night. So I highly recommend getting everything prepared at night so your morning routine goes a little bit smoother. And we do try to provide, like I said, the color. So we try to do strawberries, or he loves olives, carrots with some ranch. We do tortilla roll-ups of some sort. And then he does like these cookies that are plant-based cookies. So we throw those in as his treat too. So you just have to kind of play around with it and see what your children prefer. But this is what we found that works well for him. So I think that's all I had for lunch boxes. So Bonnie, I'll turn it back over to you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, and I need to stop sharing.
Yes, please.
There you go.
And we'll go back here. Okay, so how many servings of fruits and vegetables enough? Is it 5, 7, 9, 13? Well, as Jessica said, as many as you can get in your kid. So some days it's going to be 1, and some days it's going to be a lot. But more matters. So that's what she was talking about, picking your battles. And you can't overdo it on fruits and vegetables. We worry about overdoing it on many of the other food groups, but fruits and vegetables, you cannot overdo it on. If they want to eat 20 oranges, good. Just drink lots of water. They probably won't, but toddlers often want to do crazy things like that. So it's worth it to help our brains and our bodies. And if anybody wants me to send them this link, this is a link about the school district in New York City who made changes to cut out hot dogs and processed meats because of the damage that it was doing to the kids. And it talks about the research too. So, and you want to learn to be a nutrition detective. So you can decide, there's so many things out there and it's hard. Like she was saying, parents just want an easy button, but it's hard to know what's good food and what's not. There's so many of us that still believe that if it's at the grocery store, it's healthy. They're not going to sell something that's not unhealthy. And that's unfortunately not true. So many of the things you buy that you think you are doing to help brains grow and your bodies grow are actually hurting you, are actually causing your child to have mood swings and cause your child to have drop in blood sugar really quickly, which causes them to be moody and, act out. So learn to read the labels, look for clues whether you should or should not buy a particular food. Dr. Katz helped work with the Nuval system, and also he did the nutrition detectives, which can get your kid involved, like Jessica said. Help them watch this cute video about how to read labels, and then you can use that when you're at the store. So when the child says, I want a Lunchable, well, let's look, Henry, and you can look and show him, well, remember when Dr. Katz said, and then he can be involved in the decision. So it's not just you being a bad guy. So let's get real about it. Packing lunches. We want to make sure that our goal is to get a healthy protein. Unfortunately, Lunchables and McDonald's cheeseburgers not a healthy protein. And we want to get fruits and vegetables so we can get our antioxidants, minerals, and vitamins, right? All that stuff that helps us grow big, strong. It's like the mortar for our bones. We don't just want to only have calcium. We want to have all those antioxidants and micronutrients and enzymes. And we want a good carbs. Unfortunately, goldfish is not a good carb. And again, you can read the labels. Goldfish is fun. And you can put a couple goldfish in there, like she said. Okay, if you eat these, then you get this little treat. But we don't want to have that as our only carb. We want good carbs, and training their palate will help with that. We want to have those quinoa, amaranth, whole grains, all that good stuff. Sometimes it's a challenge because they give you these fun faces. Like, what a Lunchable. But you can make something that looks like the Lunchable with whole grains and real food that's not the processed food. So Janae is going to share some of her treats with us that you can put in a lunchbox.
Hi, everybody. I'm Janae Bartz. This is my 6-year-old Genevieve and my almost 2-year-old Emerson. You guys say hi?
Hi.
Say hi.
Bye.
There you go. Great. Well, they love something that we use every day for smoothies called our Juice Plus Complete. So it's an awesome blend of 15 different plants, and we have it every day for breakfast, right? We just call it our shakes. And so, yeah, you love it too. And so Genevieve loves taking these protein bites that we use with the vanilla complete powder. So we have 2 flavors, vanilla, I know, and chocolate. And so she loves these cashew cookie bites. So I made a batch up today. And then you can just line it with, what is this called? The press and seal. Press and seal. So that way your layers don't stick together. And so I'll tell you the recipe for it. And we have an awesome, line the paper. Yes. And so we have an awesome ebook that's called Complete Indulgences. So if you have that downloadable, it is on page 17, and it's 1 1/3 cup of cashews, 2/3 cups of gluten-free old-fashioned oats, 5 tablespoons of raw unfiltered honey, 1 of these bags of complete vanilla, and 1/3 cup of dairy-free mini chocolate chips. And we like to use the Enjoy Life brand. And so you just mix it all together, like in your food processor. And yeah, Genevieve's been eating several of these, and Emerson was eating some earlier. So if you saw me snacking, yes, go for it. So it's her favorite. So I put these in her lunch every day at school. And this is one healthy thing that she will absolutely eat every time. And when I'm out of them at home and I haven't had a chance to make them, she's like, Mom, are you putting those in my lunch tomorrow? And I'm like, honey, I'm sorry. I need to make some first. We are out. And she's always so disappointed, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
and you love them too, Jenny.
That's what I've
I
got.
love them too. And they cover all those bases. Good protein, fruits and vegetables, good carbs.
Absolutely. And I love that it's, you have so many different ways to make it. You can make popsicles, dairy-free ice cream, shakes, pancakes, fudge. There's so many different ways that you can use it. So yeah, here we go. I'm not even going to have any left for the next couple days, right? Yeah. Well, thanks for letting us share.
Thank you. And that's the great part. If they want to eat 20 of them, you know it's good food, right? So you're not worried about having a sugar rush or getting too much of the bad fats or the trans fats or the whatever. Yeah. Thank you very much, Janae.
Absolutely. You're welcome.
All right. But what happens if they don't, so a lot of times we want to put sandwiches in there. So as Janae just showed, if they won't eat a sandwich, or if you're bored of sandwiches, what are some other ideas? Well, those protein snacks, which like she said, on the recipe book, they come in, you can get pina colada, you can get chocolate fudge, you can get cherry bomb. There's a whole bunch of them if you want something that then is a different texture than a sandwich. And it's just something that you can pick up and eat, which kids love. Hummus and cheese and whole grain crackers. You can do thin cut ham or turkey if you like that. I prefer to make a falafel. So you can use garbanzo beans and you make something that then can be rolled up, or you can flatten them like a patty to put into onto crackers, or like a cookie. They think it's a cookie, but it's savory. Your favorite dinner leftovers. This is one of the easiest tricks, I think. Whatever you made for dinner, then you can put it either cut it in a different shape, or you can have them help you as you're putting away dinner to then put some in a container. And the picture down here of these thermoses, if it's something like soup that they want hot, these thermoses are great. And again, you can get them at lots of stores in lots of different colors, and the kids are more likely to use them if they get to pick the color, or if you don't want, like she said, to take them to the store, get stickers and then bring them home and say, you get to decorate your thermos, and then they get to make it their own. You can do cashew cheese or cottage cheese with fruits and veggies as a dip. Kids love dips. And a lot of these containers, come with little containers to put dips in, little tiny tubs, those little lunch boxes. You can do hummus with veggies, or you can do eggs. You can do nut butters with some crackers or some cut up slices of fruits and vegetables. You can do kebabs. Kids love it when it's poked on a stick. Again, if they're really young a kid, you want to make sure it's on a non-pokey stick, not like a toothpick, because they'll poke their neighbor or themselves. So put it on a straw, or cut a slice of carrot and use that as the kebab. Stick the things on that shape, because then they can actually eat the stick too. If you pull your cucumbers and zucchini soon enough, then I don't know if you found when you slice them, that makes a firmer stick as well, if you get them, the stuff around the edge. But carrots, jicama makes a great stick. It's very firm as well. Quesadillas, so you can take your favorite gluten-free or cauliflower or whatever wrap and toast it up and make like a little quesadilla. And you can put the hummus in it, or you can put cheese in it, or you can put eggs in it and change it up that way. Helpful hints, like Jessica was saying, you want to be patient and keep trying. A lot of times it takes 7 or more exposures before a kid will try a new food. So don't give up, just like us. Don't give up on yourself. If you've tried hummus and you're like, not sure I like that. There's lots of different flavors of hummuses. They don't come in one flavor. They're all garbanzo beans. Well, not even all of them. There's beef hummus, there's garlic hummus, there's red pepper hummus, there's sage hummus, there's pine nut, there's a whole bunch of flavors. So don't give up on yourself either. And give them choices. If they're involved in, okay, give them choices they can actually make, that you will allow them to make. Don't say, would you like to have Oreos or Cheetos? Because I'm not going to let you have that in your lunch. But, would you like to have the red hummus this time, or do you want to have the garlic hummus, or would you like to have the cucumbers or zucchini or carrots? You get to pick your vegetable. I don't know if you saw the video today, but I have 3 beautiful, very active toddlers, and almost every one of the 30 kids who've come through my house, their parents have said they don't eat vegetables. They eat vegetables at Bonnie's house, because Bonnie takes them to the fridge at lunchtime, and we all pick something. Sometimes, especially when they're first here and never been here, they pick just 1 carrot. I consider that a win if they eat it, especially if their parents say they don't eat any vegetables. But what they know is they all have to pick something, but they get to choose. And our tower garden is awesome, because growing the tower, the kids get to help me grow it. And even when they don't eat that at home, they come here and they eat basil. They eat kale. Can I eat that kale? Can I eat those green onions? Yes, you can. Absolutely. Pick that right off there and eat that. When they're involved, they're very willing to try it, because they are more in charge of it. And like she said, it's okay to give in sometimes. You can disguise and pulverize. You can blend up the sweet potato into the dip. You can blend that, especially around Halloween. Then it's an orange dip. Put 2 little black olives on there. Or if it's a sweet dip, you can put 2 little raisins in there. It looks like a pumpkin face, right? Looks like a ghost. And you can give in sometimes, but we would want to make sure that the bad food is not more than the good food. So if we're giving a cookie, or if we're going to give some goldfish, that's not bigger than our sandwich. That's not a Ziploc bag this big when our, fruits and vegetables are in a tiny little container. Because why? Because then they're putting more of the poison in than the good stuff. We want to have more of the good stuff so we can grow healthier. So Jessica, do you want to talk about your grazing tray?
Yes, I sure will. So Graze Trays, it's something that I have caught on to probably within the last couple of years, and we have fallen in love with them, especially myself, because it's something so easy, either as an afternoon, you're coming back from school, the kids are already asking for food. Or on the weekend when you're at home all day and you're tired of the kids coming asking you right after you just fix them a meal 5 minutes later, I'm hungry. Here's your solution, a Graze Tray. So all you have to do is get a muffin pan. So we have this one, it only has about 6 slots, or you can do like the big one. Okay, it really depends on what you have available. So usually if I've been to the grocery recently, then I can use the bigger one because I have more availability. But going back to what I said with the lunch boxes, color is a big thing. Try to include as much variety of color as you possibly can. And also I like to try to include maybe a new food item. So we like to, and sometimes the boys are good at this, sometimes they're not, but we always can try 3 bites to learn to love it. I would love for them to at least try it. Take 3 bites. If you don't like it after 3 bites, then we can move on. But at least they've attempted it, they've tried it, and they can move on. So 3 bites to learn to love it. And Graze Trays, fill them up with as much goodness as you can, and it will save you a lot of time.
Yes, and it's so fun when they're getting to pick.
Yes, and they're great for adults too.
Yes. Okay, so here's some, like she said, lots of colors. So here's some ideas, fun shapes, cut it into fun shapes, have lots of colors, lots of textures. Why? Because when they work together, that synergy helps you be healthier as an adult and them be healthier as a kid. You could put beets in applesauce and blend it together. They won't know it's there and it's red. So fun for Valentine's Day. Here's a closer up example. So you can have some pasta that you put some cashews cheese sauce on, or you can just have it plain. And you can have blackberries, zucchini or cucumbers, there's some walnuts, and then there's a fruit strip. I always try and get healthier versions of the things they see at school, because then they're feeling like they're getting some of the similar stuff, but we can show them how to make wiser choices, right? These pancakes here, if anybody wants the recipe for complete pancakes, you can make complete pancakes. These happen to be pumpkin complete pancakes. You take a banana, you take some pumpkin, you take a packet of complete vanilla, you mix it together, you make some pancakes, okay? And then they can use it as their sandwich. So you can put fruit in between that pancake, you can put peanut butter in there, you can put other nut butter, and then they think they're cool, they're getting pancakes for lunch. You got peppers, you got some grapes. So again, try and get a variety of colors, okay? And you can also do salad in a jar for the kids. They could make a taco jar, they could make a salad jar, they can help you put noodles in there and eat that for lunch, because they're very colorful and very pretty. So they could do that as well. Some fun other plate ideas, rainbow ideas, getting lots of colors again, lots of shapes. They will get into playing with it. You can also do our Juice Plus. Our Juice Plus gummies go great in our lunchbox. They love them. My toddlers, like I said, I've had about 10 of them love to chew the capsules. I do not, but they love to chew them for some reason. Those can go in the lunchbox. They're getting a lot of fruits and vegetables then. There's our complete bars, our complete shakes, making those snacks, right? Why? Because it's great stuff to go in your body. If you leave with nothing else today, remember, what you eat really matters. What you put in really helps you fight off disease, helps you fight off viruses, helps you fight off aging. I love that part. Helps you fight off bad moods, helps you fight a lot of things if you give it your body what it needs. Eat more fruits and vegetables. You can't have too many. Eat more and eat them together with a variety of colors, because then if you're a little sensitive to tomato, if you're eating it with your broccoli and your apple, you don't get so sensitive, right? And read the back of the package. Read the package if you're going to do not whole food. And we can do this together. If you're stuck, you don't have ideas, and they're resisting, let's work together. We can have great ideas together to help you get through. What should I do for lunch? What should I do for dinner? And we wanted to also tell you about Dr. Sears is doing a JP Live TV on August 19th. That's coming up pretty quick, Thursday, on how to preload your immune system. Because one of the important reasons to eat fruits and vegetables is because it can strengthen your immune system and keep it from fighting you and only fighting the bad guys. Because so many times those prepackaged things have preservatives in it that are killing off the good guys that are helping us fight. So this will be a great class if you want to share that with people, or if you want to come. It's going to be on JP Live on Thursday. So thanks so much for being here tonight. And if you have any questions, you're welcome to shoot that off to us, and we'll be happy to answer. Back to you, Sharon.
Thank you, Bonnie, and thank you, Jessica and Janae. What great tips. So let's give them a hand and say thank you, thank you, thank you. Well done, very well done. And whether you're a mother, a grandmother, I mean, we all have kids in our life at some point or another coming through our house that we could use some of these tips. So thank you so much. And the timing of Dr. Sears this Thursday night could not be better. Dr. Sears, maybe some of you know, just received a National Distinguished Service Award. He was highly recognized for a Distinguished Service Award across our country, and he is a part of our Juice Plus community. I can't imagine better company to be in and to invite somebody to hear Dr. Bill Sears on Thursday night. So thank you, ladies, for sharing, and thank you, everyone, for being here. Let's have a great week. Let's go shine the light for health and hope this week. Have a blessed week, everybody.
Thank you.
Good night.
Wonderful job. Thank you, ladies.
Really good.
Excellent, excellent. Thank you so much.